Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. From One Blue Jays Way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Athletics and the Toronto Blue Jays. John Shambi on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. So the Toronto Blue Jays among the league's favorites after they lost in the World Series last year. And Singy, I got to think it's somewhat deflating when you get that close to the ultimate prize only to come up short.
Yeah, I'd say deflating, demoralizing, agonizing. You can go on. And it's just tough, Boog, because just to get to the World Series is a huge accomplishment. So, getting those last 4 wins, though, that's what makes legends.
And with opening day, here's a chance to get your season going in the right direction and take that final step this year.
And now,
first pitch coming your way next.
Toronto Blue Jays.
And the starter for Toronto, Paul Skeens. How about a scouting report on him?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Just about ready to roll. Brent Rooker digs in now.
Number 25, Brent Rooker.
And a new season is officially underway.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
0-2 now. Rolled slowly to first. Greenberg. And they put the tag on him for the out.
Batting second, first baseman.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for him. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
Ground ball left side. And foul ball. That one in triple digits. Just getting started here in Toronto. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Foul ball still 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, and it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom.
Ball.
Pitch
Ball
misses. And that's ball 2. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. 1 challenge remaining for them now. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back now in Toronto. And pitching in this one for the A's, Luis Severino. What do we have on him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Digging in, Hank Greenberg. Line drive, he brings it down. Nice play. So up next, Kyle Baker, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Ripped, but it curls foul. Here's the 0-1. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. You want to talk about kicking off your major league career with a bang. His first big league hit leaves the yard. He'll remember this trip around the bases for the rest of his life. Wow.
He ought to. Usually guys are squeezing the bat so tight, trying to get that first hit out of the way. They can't get the ball out of the infield, Boog, but not him. Maybe a glimpse of what's to come from him in the next few years. Good job.
I mean, come on. There is no better way to get your big league career started than going deep in your very first at-bat. I can recall some pretty big names doing it when they first came up. Starlin Marte and Aaron Judge come to mind immediately, and I'm sure he's absolutely floating on cloud 9 right now.
That one drilled left field. Out of here! His first homer in the majors, and they're going to have to send somebody to get that ball for him.
Always such a special moment. You know this is one of the biggest thrills of his life. He's got to be floating around the bases right now.
Yeah, he'll remember every detail of that at bat for years, as he should. It's a true once-in-a-lifetime event.
Now, Boog, there's so many times when a young player might wonder if he's ever even going to get to the big leagues and do something like this. Well, he doesn't have to wonder anymore.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
One down at the plate. Ken Griffey Jr. Hard hit right side. Kurtz takes it to the bag. Got the out.
Batting fifth, designated hitter, Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth getting ready to hit. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
Now the Bambino sends one deep to right. Lots of carry on that one. Gone. Straight into the visitor's bullpen. A solo shot. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Danielle Barnwell in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Barnwell not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge, and that one was indeed a strike. So that removes their last challenge. 2 gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across here on opening day. And that's ripped into left, base hit. So she gets on base and keeps it going.
Batting seventh,
Danielle
catcher,
Barnwell
Alejandro
with her first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure she'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for her and her family. A player works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. This one smoked on its way out of here. 4 home runs in the first inning. Make that 4 homers in the inning. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 5-zip.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away.
Let's take another look at it, but this time with the help of StatCast.
Well, this one wasn't hit that high, but when you can launch it at 111 miles per hour off the bat and get some backspin, it'll carry enough to get out of here.
So 2 down. So up next for Toronto, Ralph Kiner. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Well, that's where you want to be right there. All over that first pitch fastball. Just a little too much hook on it. Straighten that thing out.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to their lead. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
I'm excited to see that one again, but with the StatCast data, because that was a bomb. Oh, says he drove it out of here at 115 miles an hour.
I think I heard the ball screaming on its way out. And that's some serious exit velo. Pretty elite. And he caught it just right to get it up in the air as well.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Luis Severino done for the night, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for the
Aaron
A's,
Savali into the
45.
game.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Here's Bobby Witt Jr. That one ripped, and that's got extra bases written all over it.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Hank Greenberg will hit next. Line drive, base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Now batting, second baseman, number
Kyle
6.
Baker, the next to hit.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 9-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way.
Singy, he's been the main character in this one. A multi-homer performance in his debut. Certainly a rare accomplishment, but one that comes to mind, Trevor Story back in 2016 for the Rockies.
Oh, yeah, it's been quite the day for him, Boog. He's making a huge impression here, just like Trevor Story did. So hopefully this is a...
Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. They go back-to-back. His second homer of the night, and they add on. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's
For the
now on the
A's,
bump. Tyler
number
Ferguson
44.
ready to make his season debut. Ken Griffey Jr. getting ready to hit. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. This one ripped, but foul to the right. No question about this one. It's out of here. They've hit another, and they boost their lead. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. Back-to-back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. A pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
Babe Ruth will hit next. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. Hammered down the right side, but foul. There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. And it's out of here. A solo shot. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 12-0.
Wow, 4 consecutive home runs. These guys are taking batting practice in the game. Just unbelievable at bats. And I tell you what, that hitting coach over there in the dugout, he's feeling pretty proud of himself right now.
So up next for Toronto, Danielle Barnwell. Right through there for a strike. This one bashed to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. She flexes her power with that swing. Her first homer of the year, and they add on. She absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Puts a bunt down, and that's a foul ball. That one fouled off. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That one ends the onslaught. New inning getting started, and now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. Pitch is in the dirt. Ball one. Langoliers getting the start at catcher. He made his big league debut in 2022, and he was a third-round pick back in 2019. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning. Next up for the A's, Lawrence Butler. Tapped out in front of the plate. Little Baltimore chop action for the base hit. And out to aboard. Stepping in, Jacob Wilson. Swing and a ball popped up. Witt moving under it. And there's one away. Jeff McNeil stands in.
Second baseman Jeff McNeil.
Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Brings it in, and there's two down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
2 on, 2 outs. This one in the air, center field. Junior on the move. And that is that. The Blue Jays on top here, 13-0. Here in Toronto on opening day, and singing Jays fans have returned to Rogers Center for the first time since the Game 7 loss of the World Series.
Yeah, you just had to bring it up, didn't you, Boog?
It's sort of my job.
Well, what a series that was. So great for baseball. It's too bad a team had to lose it.
That one ripped left field. And it's gone. His second homer of the night, and they add a run. It's 14-0.
Well, we don't typically expect players to hit multiple home runs.
Scott Barlow takes over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. Another one. Back-to-back homers, and they boost their lead.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side is a hitter. It's a
drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's carrying. It has the distance. Gone. 3 in a row. Wow. And they tack on to their lead. It's 16-0.
They wasted no time in that at-bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it.
Now here is Kyle Baker. That's back. Up against the wall and brings it in. Kazuma Okamoto next up for the Blue Jays. That one hammered but pulled foul. Already 3 runs across in the frame here on opening day. Hit hard, base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Up next for the Blue Jays, center fielder.
Now the Toronto
Ken
4-hole hitter,
Griffey
Ken Griffey Jr. He's already homered here in this one. A rope into right, and that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
That ball was blasted, Boog, and as broadcasters, we can go weeks without seeing a ball hit 115 miles per hour, which is what StatCast tells us there. Man, he really got...
McNeil over to second. Throw bounces, and he can't pick it. They get just 1. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout.
For the A's,
Michael Kelly
49.
on the pitch here, getting ready to make his season debut. Barnwell swings through it for strike 1.
She's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed her a little bit right there.
Swing at a high fly ball, well struck. Carrying well. And that one's gone. A 3-run homer, her second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 19-0. So 2 down. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there, on its way, gone. And Captain Kirk goes deep. His second home run of the game. So digging in, Ralph Kiner. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. Ripped towards third. Out, and thank goodness the inning is at last. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Carlos Cortez.
Boog, that's cheddar, baby. Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
Straight 3. Skeen says sit down.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Rooker now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Baker gets under it. 2 away.
Up next for the A's.
And here's a look at how he's using his
pitch.
pitches in this one. Now it's going to be Nick Kurtz. In the air, right field. Barnwell under this one. And that'll do it. The Jays out front here, 20-0.
Leading off for Toronto, shortstop Bobby Witt Jr.
Ripped, but it curls foul.
Well, these Jays really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done.
He dives, but he can't make the catch. And that turns the lineup over. Back to the top of the order now. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Hank Greenberg. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. And wow, that one is way out of here. Another homer. His second homer of the night. And they add to the lead. It's 22-0.
Now he's just showing off out there. And who can blame him with a swing like that? Give that man a bat and watch it go a long way.
So up next for Toronto, Kyle Baker. He's making a great impression with his teammates as he's been an RBI machine today.
He's not showing up at the door empty-handed. It's been a great introduction for him. Back in 2010, Starlin Castro drove in 6 runs in his Major League debut. We're seeing something similar here today.
Man at first, nobody out. Now the third baseman, Kazuma Okamoto. Fouled off left side.
Heart of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Now it's belted deep to left, way out of here, home run. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they boost their lead. It's 24-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes.
For the A's.
Next. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Derek Jeter.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add on. It's 25-0.
I love the approach as a pinch hitter right there. Don't let him steal a strike on you just because you're coming in cold off the bench. If you get something to handle, jump all over it. And he was on that one. That's a big boost to the dugout.
Babe Ruth next up for the Blue Jays. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. They've hit another. His 3rd home run of the game, and they tack on to their lead. It's 26-0.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
And now the right fielder, Danielle Barnwell. Warning track wall, and you can touch them all. And she's gone yard again. That's her 3rd home run of the game. And they add to their lead. It's 27-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off her bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. That's exactly the pitch she was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Reaching for it, makes the catch. Here's a big power threat. Ralph Kiner. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. And that one hammered. Going, gone. That's his third home run of the game.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Hit hard, should be extra bases. Not stopping, he's going for 3. And he's out on the tag.
Well, I think the base runner assumed that he was going to be able to make it to third pretty easily, but a really nice relay from the outfielder to the cutoff man.
Hogan Harris will take over here. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. So up next, Hank Greenberg. And he has a chance to homer for the second time this inning.
I'm sure it never crossed his mind that he'd get another chance to do that.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. His third home run of the game.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Next to hit, Kyle Baker. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. They go back to back. That's his third home run of the game.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Grabs it right up against the wall. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Tyler Soderstrom.
You know, these A's definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Langoliers now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. And a big swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for, a bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Butler stands in now and watches strike 1. That's too low. Ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here on opening day. There's a strike. 2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. The big righty strikes out. Back here at Rogers Center, their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
And they've really been peppering left field, as you can see from the graphic right here. Might be time for the defense to slide a bit towards that side.
Drilled out towards left center field. And wow, that one is way out of here. Derek Jeter showing off his pop with a homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Well, he's living up to his power hitting reputation today, Boog. A second homer just confirms what we already knew about his ability to hit the ball a long way.
Babe Ruth next up for the Blue Jays. Ripped to first, caught. One pitch and one out.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This looks like extra bases.
Another hit. I mean, these types of performances at the plate don't come around too often. This is pretty special. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Kirk in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add on.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
One down. Now here is Ralph Kiner. There's a swing and a drive. That one back. That's not coming back. Another one. Back-to-back homers. His fourth home run of the game. And they add to their lead. Let's break out the StatCast numbers. And Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
And now it's Bobby Witt Jr. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. Gone. His second homer of the night, and they boost their lead.
Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but you know those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Hogan Harris will depart, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Justin Sterner.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Back to the top of the lineup, digging in, Hank Greenberg. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one is going to go. That's his fourth home run of the series. And they add on.
Wow, this is awesome. I mean, a four-homer game, they're just so rare, they're so special, and just so tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of course, you got to make it happen too. And these are the types of performances that people just don't forget, and it's definitely going to live on in history.
Here's some real power at the plate. Kazuma Okamoto. He's a guy who does it all. Lays down a bunt to the right side. The flip. And he beats him to first. He's safe.
Up next for the Blue Jays, center fielder, Derek Jeter.
Now there's a bullet down the line. And foul ball.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
The 0-1. Ripped on a line to center. And that is that. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Struck him out without a swing. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it. As you can see, the hitter just locked up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else, and you can't pull the trigger.
Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
He got him. And how about that? It's an. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Babe Ruth. Drops a bunt down the first base side. Kurtz. He'll do it himself. 1 pitch and 1 out. Now it's the power speed combo. Danielle Barnwell. This hitter with big time power and an elite defender. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. Her 4th home run of the game, and they add to their lead. She put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it.
Singy, this was a mammoth home run, over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boog, there are only maybe 20 or so players in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy it's even that many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there.
Singy, it was close. Looks like they want a second to review it and possibly challenge the call if they think he beat the throw.
Yeah, they might challenge it just to kind of roll the dice, you know, Boog.
Left fielder, Ralph Kiner.
Trying to bunt his way on. Barehand scoop, but no chance. That's an infield single. Bobby Witt Jr. now at the plate.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
First offering. Runner goes. Pitching for a strike. No throw. He's in there safely. Runner. Uh-oh, and he broke early for 3rd. Now the tag at 3rd, and they got him. Out number 3. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game. And the batter now,
Leading
Carlos
off for the
Cortez.
A's, third baseman, Carlos Cortez.
Ground ball up the middle. Witt. Slings to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Rooker at the plate now as he chases after that one. The Athletics with a lot of ground to make up. And we're the top half of the 6th. Right through there for a strike. That one just misses. And they'll do it again. Stays alive. The Blue Jays up big in this one here on opening day. Swing and a miss. So cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Kurtz in the box again, takes a strike. And right back to the mound. To first, that's out number 3. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there. Bottom of the 6th inning, and now for the Jays, Bobby Witt Jr. Gets the bunt down the right side, and they tag him out. So digging in, Hank Greenberg. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Sammy Sosa. Looking to start something with one gone. And that one hammered. And wow, that one is way out of here. His first homer of the year, and they boost their lead. One down. Kyle Baker, the next to hit. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Hard hit. Knocks it down. On to first. Quick recovery from the misplay. Pays off for the out. Kazuma Okamoto digs in now. That one hammered, but pulled foul. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch is in there. That is strike 2. Got him. That's the 3rd out. Back now in Toronto. We go to the top of the 7th. Tyler Soderstrom getting ready to hit.
Pretty amazing. His first pitch strike percentage over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 2.
Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for, because you start wondering if he'll keep coming with it or if they'll try to speed you up.
Witt over to first. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Center fielder, Lawrence Butler.
Butler in the box again. Takes a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Strike 3, Paul Skeens doing what he does best. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Center fielder, Derek Jeter.
Well, these Blue Jays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Only 2 strikeouts so far, and obviously they've been able to pick up plenty of hits, so it's been an impressive one. And you know, that strikeout total, only 2 so far, really tells you they're not just running into good luck and getting hits to fall. They're earning those knocks.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back. And that one's gone. Another homer. His 3rd home run of the game, and they add on.
Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Babe Ruth will hit next. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. That's hard hit on the line. And there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
She swings and drives one out to deep left field. This looks like extra bases.
I mean, come on, have a game. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as she connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Here's the catcher to hit, Alejandro Kirk. Hard hit, but right at him in left.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up, he'll find a hole.
So up next, Ralph Kiner. There's a line drive to left field. That is the inning. Back here at Rogers Center, we're at the top of the 8th. Jacob Wilson now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Pretty nasty curveball from 12 to 6 on the clock. It can jump out of the hand at the hitter, speed you up a little bit, and then just falls out of the zone.
Got him. One away.
Well, when you swing through that one breaking ball that puts you up against the ropes with 2 strikes, you think he's either going to double up or try to blow a fastball by you with the next pitch. And right there, he snapped off another curve. And it was the same result as the pitch before.
Barnwell takes it in for the out. 2 down.
Up next for the A's, the designated hitter, Zach Geloff.
Now it's the DH, Zach Geloff.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Got him. And the whiffs just keep on coming. He's up to 14 now. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now for the Jays, Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt Jr.
Fair ball. So back to the top of the order. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Sammy Sosa. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one is gone. A 2-run shot, his 2nd home run of the game, and they add to their lead.
He's flexing his power with another home run, Boog. Not surprising when you've got that kind of pop, but always impressive going deep twice in the same game.
And now it's going to be Kyle Baker. That one hammered center field. That's back. And that one is off the batter's eye. Wow, out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 4th home run of the game. And they boost their lead.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Lays down a bunt to the right side, and they put the tag on him for the out. Derek Jeter next up for the Blue Jays. And what a two-way player, not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. Puts a bunt down. Kurtz. And he's safe at first. Great hustle to win the foot race there. One down. Now at the plate, Babe Ruth.
Hey!
Runner breaks early for second, and a step off. The tag, and he's out at second. Bunts it in the air. Save! Fantastic effort, but that extends the inning.
Now batting.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in.
Now there's a bullet down the line. And foul ball. That's ripped. Base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Alejandro Kirk digs in now. This guy's turned into one of the best catchers in the National League. Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking. Foul ball.
Well, he was ready for that fastball right there. Really turned on it, hit it hard, had the distance, but just too much hook to it. So might want to make a little bit of an adjustment.
And that one hammered. Gone. He dunks it off the foul pole. And he's gone yard again. Their 3rd home run of the inning. And they add on. So 2 down. So up next for Toronto, Ralph Kiner. That's ripped into the outfield. And that is that. They bring 9 to the plate. Back now in Toronto. All set to start the 9th in this one. Carlos Cortez getting ready to hit. And a foul ball. That one catches the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound. I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
Got him swinging for the K. The A's down to their final out.
Back-to-back curveballs and back-to-back whiffs. And I tell you what, that's having a feel for what you can beat a hitter with. And clearly, he wasn't picking up that breaking ball at all.
Kurtz at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
The A's down to their final strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that'll do it.
Terrific job in this game. He scattered 2 hits and pretty dominant. Efficient with his pitch count. Got himself all the way to the finish line and finished what he started.
So this one got a little out of hand. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show.